Are you retired and have you noticed that as you get older that you're having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Here are the 8 top tips that I'm experiencing having better sleep with in retirement. I'm not a medical professional, but this is what works for me. So here are those tips. Number 1, I don't eat for at least 2 hours before I go to bed. I want to give my food plenty of time to digest and where I feel comfortable laying down and don't feel like I'm full. So I just don't eat. I find that if I eat later, lots of times I have more trouble getting to sleep. Number 2, I drink most of my liquids at least 3 hours before I go to bed. That way, I'm not having to get up a lot at night to go to the bathroom. It just works better for me to drink those liquids earlier in the day. I still reserve a little bit of the water that I drink for the evening, but not a lot of it. Number 3, I don't have any coffee, tea, soda, or anything with caffeine, and that includes chocolate, at least 7 hours before I go to bed. I don't know if caffeine is going to mess with me. I know that I used to be able to drink caffeine at night. I used to be able to have a couple of cups of coffee in the evening if I was out with friends. I can't do that anymore. I know that late, or I know late in the evening, it will bother me. My cutoff time is usually about 3 o'clock for having that caffeine. It just seems to work better for me that if I cut it off about 3 o'clock. Most of the time, I'm done drinking coffee by 10:30 or 11. I'm just coffeeed out. Now, every now and then, I'll still want a little bit. I'll make some instant coffee, maybe half of a cup of instant coffee for the afternoon if I get that desire. It's maybe once every couple of weeks that I have that desire to have that extra half cup or so early afternoon, probably again not later than 3 o'clock. Sometimes if it's cold outside, it's just I want something warm, and that's a warm drink. So that's certainly part of it. Number 4, going to bed and wake I go to bed and wake up at about the same time every day, most of the time. Yeah, if I'm out in the evening with family, friends, I may stay up a little bit later. I may get home a little bit later, stay up a little bit later. So, but most of the time, I'm going to bed within a half an hour range and getting up within a half hour range. Number 5, I have the room at a temperature that's comfortable for me. I know the experts say you should have it cooler at night, and I'm not saying that's wrong. In the wintertime, that does not work for me. In the wintertime, I like my bedroom a little bit warmer than when I'd have my house during the day. Right now, the thermostat is set at 67. I like my bedroom at 68 during the wintertime. Now, during the summertime, I'm more around 77, 78 at night. But you have to do what works for you, what's right for you, and you may have to experiment with that. I had to experiment with it and figure out what worked the best for me as far as what the temperature settings were during each season of the year. And number 6, I have a bedtime habit that I follow, or a bedtime routine that I follow. That includes feeding my cat, brushing my teeth, just winding down from the computer, those types of things. Those are but I have a set bedtime routine. Sometimes I will rotate it a little bit. Sometimes Marlo will want her food a little bit earlier in the evening, and in the evening she has dry food out all the time. In the evening she gets a canned food treat. So sometimes she'll want that a little bit earlier than what I plan on going to bed. I guess her appetite is just okay. Now I want it. So that changes a little bit, but I do have that bedtime routine that I basically follow every night. Number 7, and this is a hard one. It's hard for me. It's probably going to be hard for several people listening to this. I don't touch the phone once I go to bed. I don't scroll at night. Once I go to bed, I'm in bed. I'm there to sleep. I'm not there to scroll. So, yeah, the temptation's there sometimes, especially if I'm having a little bit more trouble dozing off. So the temptation can definitely be there to touch that phone, but I don't do it. Now, when my alarm goes off in the morning, sometimes when I wake up, I will lay there for a couple of minutes and scroll. I'll look at what the updated forecast is, updated temperatures. I may take a quick look at email, a quick look at Facebook before. before I get up, but I don't do it at night. And I don't spend much time doing it in the morning. Pretty much once I wake up, I'm out of bed within about 15 minutes. Number 8, I keep the room dark. I don't have a nightlight on. If I need to get up and go to the bathroom, I have a light on my nightstand. And if I need to get up and go to the bathroom, I will turn that light on, but I don't leave a light on at night. I think it disrupts my sleep. So these are the tips that work for me. They may or may not work for you. If you are going to try them, I would suggest that you give it at least 30 days for each tip that you try. You may want to try one at a time. You may want to try all of them at once. You may want to try a couple of them. You may think, oh, I've already tried those. But if you haven't tried them consistently for about 30 days, you may find that if you do try them consistently for about 30 days, that you will see some improvement. And really think about your progress every day and see if it did make a difference. And again, you're probably not going to notice anything right away. I didn't. It took a good 30 days before I started noticing a difference in the quality of my sleep. If you got some value from this video, please like and subscribe. I'm Retired Life with Jay.